is a cash and bank module, and we discussed last class how to reverse the check if any transaction is cancelled or any vendor payment has been done, cancellation, and we have to go to the cash and bank area and we have to reverse the payment. These are the series of steps we already discussed. If any reason means we have to put the reason code why the transaction is failed or why the check is bounced, and we have to give all the information in the D365 module, and we have to do the all the reversal part. We have to go to the cash and bank area, go to this payment reversal, and this posting of this deposit slip payment reversal or check reversal part. And the check is bounced. These are the following steps. Just I'm just recapping the last class. These are the series of steps we already discussed. Bank reconciliation. It's a matching of our bank statement with the ERP balances. If both are matched, then the reconciliation is happened. If anything is difference is there, we need to do all the reconciliation. These are the few setups, prerequisites for the configuration of the bank account setup and bank transaction types, manual bank reconciliation parameters, and we need to do all the opening balances should be reconciled with the number sequence and all. Okay, and these are the few series of steps. I'm just recapping once again. At the end of this reconciliation, we can able to view the reconciliation report, bank reconciliation report as this one. DSS, no, it's my client, previous client, and this is about the advanced bank reconciliation setup. At the bank reconciliation form, we can able to do this parameter setup, advanced bank reconciliation setup as yes, and reconcile after report as yes, and use bank statement after confirmation. Means we can enable these parameters. These are the few matching rules. Reconcile matching rules, transaction code mapping means this is nothing but advanced bank reconciliation is nothing but where the ERP is, we have to import this bank statement to the ERP, where the ERP is automatically reconcile this reconciliation part. Where in manual bank reconciliation, we have to do the accountant or the finance guy, he need to check, okay, this check is passed, this check is bounced, and this check is is pending. We need to do all the transactions by manual wise. Whereas in this advanced bank reconciliation, as per the ERP, we need to means we have to import our bank statement to the ERP, where the system will automatically reconcile this reconciliation part. This is the use of this advanced bank reconciliation, and these are the few parameters means reconciliation matching rules. All these things we need to set up. And after the setup, we need to enable this option as yes, and we have to import these bank statements. We have to enable this bank account number, statement format, and then we have to run this we have to run this import bank statement form. This is about the explanation for this too. Means till now we have discussed this bank reconciliation as well as advanced bank reconciliation. We'll go to this ERP. We'll go to the USMF, or demo legal entity. Just I'm navigating to the USMF legal entity where all the details, all the information is available. Okay, I need to go to the cash and bank area. I need to collapse all bank accounts. These are the few bank accounts. Before that, we'll come to this, concepts part. Okay, what is letter of credit? Can anyone give some, overview or any idea? Balika or Ravi. In which scenarios, we will give the letter of credit? If suppose if you want to pay the vendor, then the bank will issue the letter of credit. Bank is giving some assurity. This is the explanation part. The letters of credit are used for the international transactions to ensure the payments will be made. A letter of credit is agreement that is issued by a bank in which the bank agrees to ensure the payment on the behalf of the buyer. Suppose if I am going to buy any material or any electronic items from Singapore or from America, if I want to do some any transaction between the other countries, then I need to means the person who is going to purchase this material, they should have some bank assurity. So in these cases, the bank will give some support. Means bank will give some letter of credit on behalf of buyer. If suppose if I am going to buy, then on behalf of me, my bank will give the letter of credit to the particular vendor. That okay, you can go and proceed with your transactions, and you can go for the particular business purpose. No, that is the case. Usually, this letter of credit are the bank documents that are commonly used for the purchase and the sale of goods across the international borders. Okay, if anyone will ask in the interview, if your interview will ask you what is a letter of credit, then you can say the explanation that letter of credit is a bank document where that is commonly used for the purchase or the sale of goods across the international borders. That is the explanation for the interview question. Okay, this is about the concepts. Just going further. If you want to enable this letter of credit in our ERP, dynamic systems for ERP for cloud-based ERP, these are the few parameters: cash and bank parameters, cash and bank management setup, bank facilities, bank document posting profiles, bank reasons, and letter of credit, bank facility agreements. These are the few setups part. If you want to enable this letter of credit, this functionality, we need to enable this all particular setups. This is about the letter of credit. See, cash and bank area, go to the general form, and we need to enable all this configuration part. We have to enable this letter of credit as transaction general. Enable this letter of credit. Here it is in a bank account. Just I have open this bank accounts. Okay, for the setup, cash and bank area. Okay, this is the bank document. See, if you enable this feature, you can able to see in my form this screen bank document, letter of credit or import collections are the charge. If you enable this import letter of credit, then only the functionality will be activated. Letter of guarantee or letter of credit, transaction journal, enable export letter of credit. Once we enable this functionality, then only we can able to use this letter of credit functionality. That's what I'm explaining over here. And then we have to enable this bank facilities. Same, if you go to this cash and bank management setup and then bank facilities, we have to enable this bank facilities or bank facilitation types. If anything we do some changes in the system, we need to save the form. See, here it is, bank facilities is there. We have to configure this. The consultant will do all this configuration part. As a user, he will do the transaction. What the consultant job is, he will configure this facility group, facilities types. He will do all the things. See, here it is import collection, letter of credit, letter of guarantee, and then save the form. In the same time, we need to do all the necessary facility types. Here I mentioned in the letter of credit, letter of advance payment bond, bid bond, back to back letter, means these are all the bank transactions. Whatever the bank, business bank account, if they are using, suppose the business, Reliance or any big company, they want to purchase the raw material, from their vendors. They will not give all the time, money for they should give some guarantee or letter of credit at the time of purchasing or the time of sales. So this bank document is useful for purchasing of the material from the vendors. So they will enable this all these functionalities in their ERP. They should have all the proper bank related transactions. What all the having the bank related documents? Those all documents should be configured in our ERP. See, letter of credit, bid bond, advance payment bond, performance bond, retention money. Okay, site letter for credit. If they want, they will configure. If they don't want, they will not configure. This is the functionality of the bank facilities. This is about this bank facilities form. Okay, like this same, they also have another option, bank documents posting profile. See, for each and everything, bank letter or any document, any transaction, posting profile is very important. If you go to general ledger posting profile should be enabled. If you go to accounts payable, vendor posting profile should be enabled. If you go to the accounts receivable, customer posting profile should be enabled. Means if you want to perform any transaction, without posting profile, we cannot able to perform a single transaction. Okay, that is about the, for this, in this scenario, we need to enable this letter of credit, means we need to do the bank document posting profile. We need to enable this all the particular main accounts in this area. Okay, we need to enable the options, letter of credit, bank reason codes. See, in these forms, means whatever this in a ERP, whatever the mandatory steps, as I mentioned, we need to enable all these particular bank facilities, bank groups, bank transaction types. Okay, bank reasons. Means before doing any transaction, we need to do the conversion part. Then only the transaction will be posted. Okay, these are the reason codes. Error, lost, or other, means write off, means what exact the bank reasons we need to enable, and we need to do the proper configuration part. Okay, are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Yeah, if you are facing any problem, just let me
Yes.
know, no? Because once we're done with the class, again it will be difficult to recap. See, here it is, I am just explaining the means different scenarios. These are the real-time scenarios on daily basis. Business is asking business. I want to enable my letter of credit. Can you give me the configuration? How to set up in a system? They will ask. Then we should say these are the mandatory steps. If you want to enable this, letter of credit in our ERP, these all should be enabled. We need to go to the cash and bank area. We need to enable this, check boxes, bank document check boxes, bank facilities, bank documents, posting profiles, bank reasons, okay, and then letter of credit, bank facility agreements. These are all the parameters we have to enable in the cash and bank area. Without this, we cannot able to do the letter of credit transaction. Just I am explaining one by one. Okay, these are the few series of steps. Okay, and can you unmute yourself? If you are having any questions, you can. Okay, these are the series of steps. If you want to do the transaction for the letter of credit, these are the few mandatory steps, prerequisites for achieving this letter of credit scenario. See, you have if you go to this letter of credit, cash and bank area, letter of credit, and bank facility agreements. We need to do the agreement part. So open this, means they should have some agreement, right? Means how much limit they are going to issue this, letter of credit. So for this, we need to do all the proper necessary steps. Where it is, letter of credit and bank facilities agreement, cash and bank area, letter of credit. See here it is there, and bank facilities agreement. If you enable this one, we need to have the proper. See, in this scenario for this legal entity USMF, my company is asking me, suppose if the USMF legal entity is you want to purchase some raw material from vendor, Qantas or any other vendor, then they are going to have some limit, the facility type and limit. How much limit? 1 lakh or else 15 lakhs or 15 crores. Okay, this much value of letter of credit they can issue to the particular vendor. Carefully observe this, bank facility document. Facility type is irreversible letter of credit. Facility group is letter of credit. This is a limit, means just a limit. How much limit they can issue the letter of credit. We have to go here and we have to configure this. Go clear and click new. We can able to give all the particular options. Agreement number. What is the exactly everything business will provide. We need to configure. And what is my bank account? Just we have to select this bank account and we need to add the particular facility type. See, letter of credit, letter of guarantee. Means these are the setups part. Okay, that is only I am explaining over here. Again, we need to go to the accounts payable module, vendors, and then all vendors. After doing all the setups and configuration, we need to go to the accounts payable module because the vendors only, the business is purchasing from the vendors. So we need to go to the accounts payable module, click vendors, and then all vendors. You can select this vendor account, okay, and then go here, go to the bank accounts. No, again we went wrong. Vendor contacts, below this bank accounts are there. Okay, this is different and this is different. Why? Because this configuration is different. This is from another legal entity and this is from another legal entity. We need to configure this bank account. Just give me 1 minute. We need to configure this bank account over here in the vendor form. We need to configure the bank account. Okay, in this slide, it is showing, means we need to configure the bank account first at the vendor level. We need to go to the confusion. Okay, once we will activate this one, then only it will become. Yeah, now I came to. I need to create my HSBC or my business bank account or USMF bank account. Once we save this bank account number, then this option will be enabled in the vendor form level. Okay, this is a different option. I will come back to you. Just just to understand this presentation, I will do the practical part because of a few setups are because this is another configuration. Okay, here it is mentioning how to do this bank account part. We need to set up all these parameters and everything, cash and bank module, and we have to go to this accounts payable, vendors, and then all vendors. We need to click this bank accounts. After clicking this bank accounts, go to this. We have to select this bank account number over here at the vendor form level because in my ERP it is not coming due to some configuration issue. But we need to configure this bank account number or in the vendor level. After that, we have to go to the purchase order and then we have to select this bank document type as letter of credit, and we have to select this and we have to go to the purchase order form level and we have to select the quantity and we have to select the proper necessary site, warehouse, item level. Means we are going to purchase items with the help of letter of credit issued by the bank. Okay, we have to process this purchase order. And then we have to go to the manage tab and we have to select this letter of credit or import collection, and we have to go to the letter of credit form and we have to ship margin transaction. We have to click this button and we have to fetch this purchase order shipments, means from where we have to get this we are going to do all the functionality, means from where we have to give the purchase order related, and then we have to save this form and we have to check all the different documents, bank documentary, credit nature and everything, and we need to confirm this purchase order form. Afterwards we have to enter in the general entry because for each and everything we need to account it in the general entry, and we have to select this letter of credit or import collection, bank document number, and we have to process this post journal. Same we have to confirm. Again we have to go to the purchase order level and then we need to do the proper confirmation from the letter of credit form. We need to allocate shipment. These are the few series of steps. It is more about the SCM part, not related to us, but as per our finance consultant area, we need to do the confirmation in cash and bank area. How we can able to give the letter of credit confirmation part. That is the only our job. These are T&L part. They will do all these transactions and everything. They will do the processing of the purchase order, but we need to configure the bank accounts, cash and bank area. We need to do, but we should have this knowledge, and then we need to process this letter of credit functionality, product receipt type and posting product receipt. We need to do means just a series of steps. How we will do the purchase order processing, procure to pay process, as I explained you: creation of the purchase order, purchase requisition, confirmation, and then receiving of the product receipts. Okay, and we have to do the invoicing part, and we have to generate the doing the invoice. We have to give the payment. Same like that. Instead of payment, we are doing all the this functionality. Letter of means we are just purchasing the items or the material from the vendor with the bank document functionality. Letter of credit. That is a scenario. Once we will do this, letter of credit purchasing, the few, we need to do all the necessary selection part from the particular, vendor. These are the few, steps for the processing of the purchase order or the vendor. Same like that, letter of credit for the sales order also. Customer bank accounts should be configured, and then we have to go to the all customers and then customer form. We need to configure this, customer account with the bank account, and then we have to go to the create sales order form. We have to select this letter of credit functionality. Same, just like in the purchase order, we have to go to the sales order area and we need to select the proper letter of credit. Just understand how the things are going on, and then we will discuss. Okay, because it is a very large scenario where all the T&L consultants, finance consultants, CM consultants, all people are involved. It is not the one man job. It's a group of team job. It is. It's a very large scenario. Just I am having some document part. Just for your understanding, the interview will ask you what is the letter of credit means. It is a bank document. This is a document where the bank will give the surety to the organization that we can purchasing and the selling of the proper this for the purchasing of the materials from the vendor or the selling of the this materials to the customer. With the help of this letter of credit, we can able to do the transactions. We should say like this. That's it at the initial level, because you are at the beginner level. If you go to the very advanced level, it will be confused for you. Okay, these are the few series of steps. Same, just like what I explained in the sales order creation, order to cash cycle, as well as procure to pay process. This is the same like that. Instead of doing this, we can able to select this letter of credit bank document functionality, and we can able to use this option.
Sir, if we configure LC with a particular customer or vendor, it will restrict the amount of PO and SO.
No. I'm not understanding what you are trying to ask.
Sir,
Means what is your
if there
question?
is
Can
a
you repeat?
LC
Can you
of
come again? Yeah.
sir, if there is a LC of 1 lakh,
Okay.
so the PO will not be accessed from 1 lakh.
No, Ravi. See, it's very simple. See, suppose you are a company. Okay, you are the person. You want to purchase some material from the vendor. You don't have money. Then you just approach to your bank. Your bank is HDFC or ICICI. Then the bank will give some authority for you can able to purchase. Okay, if the person fails to do the payment, then I will give the payment. That is a surety. If suppose if the bank will issue the 1 lakh of letter of credit, you should be you should be budgeted in that particular amount only. 1 lakh only you should purchase. Suppose if you want to purchase more than 1 lakh, again the same the enhancement or any additional amount letter of
Okay, okay.
credit, you should ask to your bank, and again the bank will issue the another second letter to the
Mean I
that
can
particular
purchase
vendor.
according to LC only. I can purchase according
Yeah,
to
LC
LC
only.
amount only.
LC only. Suppose your LC is only 1 lakh, then you should be purchased up to 1 lakh only. If your LC
Okay,
is more than 1 lakh, then you can approach to the particular bank, and we can able to ask the bank that okay, my purchases are going up. I'm not able to purchases for 1 lakh. I want one more lakh LC. Then the bank will give issue second LC. Then with the help of these two LCs, we can able to do the transaction from the particular vendor. That is the scenario. Here,
okay, sir.
here you should understand the scenario. If you want to do the transactions with the help of this letter of credit or letter of guarantee, these are the few transactions where business will give all the proper information. They will give the letter of documents, how it will be performed, everything. Our job is to find out the configuration, where it is available, where it is, we have to do the guidance to the client business. Okay, sir, we have to enable over here. We have to configure over here. We can able to perform the transactions like this. We have to show the way. Okay, just go this like just go like this. We can able to achieve this particular transaction. That is what our job. Consultant is what? There are so many users are there. Super users, key users, end users. All people are there. We have to inform. We have to advise the particular business. We have to just follow like this guidelines. You can able to do the particular means consultant will make the super users or the key users job will be easy. You have to advise them. Okay, just go in this way. We can able to achieve the transaction or posting of the transaction. Here I am
Okay,
just
sir.
giving the initiation part. I'm making you to interest in the ERP. That's it. I'm making you to initiate as well as I'm just introducing to the Microsoft Dynamics 365 ERP. These are the transactions will be happening like this. You can able to have, and after finishing of this my course, I will give all the what all the given the running topics. I will give all each and every document to you. Just go through once. Once we go through, and again we will have one more class. Then we can discuss all the things. Okay. In this time,
Okay, sir.
what is your scenario means? If your LC is 1 lakh, then again we have to go and stick with the purchase of the 1 lakh only. If your LC is more than 1 lakh, then again we should approach the bank, and the bank will issue that okay, my purchases are going up. Okay, give me another 1 lakh of LC. Then bank will give the letter of credit based upon your bank balances and bank this relationship with your how long you have been into the bank. Suppose if you go
Okay.
to the bank, the 1 week you open the account, you just go to the after 1 week, sir, I want my letter of credit of 1 lakh. Then the bank will not give. Suppose if you are having a relation of 1 year or 2 years, then the bank will see, okay, he is a very good customer. He is a very nice customer. Okay, his transactions are very nice, and we are going to funding him, or we are going to give the loans, or we are going to give some benefit to the customer. Then the bank will give issue all the because Reliance company like very big clients, Reliance or any big clients, they are having their lot of transactions, purchasing and sales all over the international way. So they can easily they will approach the bank and they will issue the. Now you got my point, no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. See here, you can just understand the scenarios, how the things are going in the real time basis. Here I'm just explaining the ERP functionality. We can able to achieve this different setups and configuration part where we cannot able to do. Only finance guy will not able to, because you should always interact with the T&L person, means trade and logistics guy. Then only we can able to give the solution to the business. Okay, that is your job. Okay, see, we need to configure letter of credit or the sales order of the customer. We need to go to the setups. We need to do all the mapping part. We need to go to letter of credit, export letter, bank facility documents, importing letter. See, for each and everything, we need to import the letter of credit. Then how we will use? Without the importing part, after once we will receive the letter from the bank, we have to import that letter to the ERP. This is a functionality. We can able to click here. We can able to import the letter of credit and import the collection. This is about the area of letter of credit of the sales order as well as a purchase order, how we can able to use and how we can able to do the. And one more topic, tax settlement. You know the taxation part, right? Okay, before that I need to give some tax module introduction. This is about the cash and bank area. Main, in this cash and bank area, the important questions are important. How they will ask means they will ask you few questions. What is the reconciliation? First topic is what is reconciliation? What is advanced bank reconciliation? Second question, what is check reversal part? And then how these bank documents can be used, letter of credit. See, in these important questions are how these bank documents will be used. Letter of credit, same like this letter of credit, letter of guarantee is also same like this functionality. Okay, how this will be used. What is a check layout? One more thing I forgot to explain you. Check layout. I will come to that point. You just follow my guidelines, then you will get a job. That is the only thing. Okay, at the initial level. Once you will get the job, then I will give you, some support to you. And this is a bank account. Go to setup. See here it is their layout. Check layout. Just click this button. Check. These are the different methods. Suppose free method and fixed method like that. Free method means any numbers we can use. fixed method means system driven numbers. Suppose if we use this fixed method, then the system will give the numbers having from 1 to 100. Suppose in your office, if you want to issue a check from 1 to 50, or 50 to 100 to your vendor, then if you use this method, fixed method, then you can able to issue your checks from 50, 51, 52, like that. If you select this method as free, then you can use. Suppose if you don't have any proper number, we can use 1, 2, 3, 4. No, because bank will give the check, that is okay. But in a system, we can give different methods. How we can use free or fixed. Okay, bank given check is different, and system given check is different. These are the different options where we can able to have the particular different methods. Okay, this is about the check layout. This is also important question. In this check layout also we can able to change your logo. Suppose if you want to issue your check to your vendor, on the check layout, na check layout. What is the check layout? Ravi, you are having the scenarios. Check layout, you know, right? You are the accounting and you are doing some finance related. What is the check layout?
No, sir, I don't aware, sir. I was not in
You don't
advanced
have
study.
idea? Yeah, yeah. Okay, fine. Check layout is nothing but if you go to bank, that is a check leaf. Check layout is if you go to the company or any organization, the check layout is nothing but where we can find out the details on whose party they are going to issue the check, what is the party name, what is the party address, and what is the number, and for what purpose they are issuing. That is a check layout. Means check layout is nothing but we can have the proper information of the particular check who are going to have the issuing of the party, how much amount they are going to issue the check. That is the nothing but check. See here it is a layout. Paper length is 11 inches, printable margin, everything we need to configure as per the business. If you want to change the paper length, we can able to change. In this scenario, the interview will ask you only two questions. What is the check layout method? How we can use? Then we can use two methods are there. See, if you select here, click here, they see. Select this method to use for generating check numbers. Select this free method when we do not have pre-printed checks. Means if you don't have pre-printed checks, you can use a free method. And if you select this fixed method, select this method for using the check numbers, generating the check numbers. If you don't have the prepaid checks, we can use the free method. If you go here, this is coming for free only. Fixed is nothing but you can give the proper check numbers. We can use from 1 to 10, 10 to 20, like that. These two are the basic difference between the two methods. This is about the check layout. Okay, now you understand, right? Cash and bank module. See, few important questions. They will ask you the bank reconciliation. They will ask you the payment reversals. They will ask you the letter of guarantee or letter of credit, and they will ask you the configuration, means how to do the proper configuration. These are the important questions for the cash and bank module. This is about the cash and bank module. Now I am going to have the taxation part. We'll go into this is the old one, but you need to have some understanding one. Taxation I already discussed, right?
No, sir, taxation is not yet discussed.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Taxation is discussed. Okay, fine. I want to just I want to give some overview. See, ERP, we have to have a lot of things to understand. Not only simple one. We need to understand a lot of things because the finance is very huge. We stopped over here. Letter of credit and letter of guarantee. Just similar, same like this. Letter of guarantee is also same. See, tax settlement. How we will do this tax settlement? Suppose I want to because I haven't introduced a tax module. That is my mistake. See here it is a tax module. Previously in earlier AX22 or R3, the tax module is integrated with the GL module. Now in D365F4 this version. What is this version? You go here and if you click this about, this is the Microsoft Dynamics Finance and Operation version. The version is 10. This is the installed version. You go to click this tax module. There are few taxation part there are there. Indirect taxes, direct taxes, declarations, sales tax and setups. You go here and if you click this sales tax, these are all the different configurations. Sales tax codes, sales tax groups. We already discussed sales tax codes. See, if you observe the sales tax codes, these are the different types of sales tax codes for the USMF legal entity, contest of legal entity, settlement periods, sales tax currency. These all we need to configure. Means we need to enable all these options and then we need to do the transactions. Withholding tax is another one. But usually we'll go for the sales tax one only. Ledger posting group, sales tax codes, these all should be enabled. Okay. In the PPT presentation, what is the tax settlement? sale tax settlement periods. Go to the taxation module, go to the indirect taxes, sale taxes, and then sale tax settlement periods, post with sale tax button, and then we need to enable this vendor invoices, paying tax, customer invoices, collecting tax. Means suppose in the scenario previously we explained, previous slide where we are there. Just I'm recollecting the tax module. That's what. Okay, you means you understood the tax module, right? Sale taxes. What is the intersection between the both item sale tax group as well as sale tax group. The common intersection point will be calculated as a sale. Yeah. Fine. That is what I'm trying to open that one, but it is not. Fine. Okay. Sorry to now I'm just introducing it to another area. This tax settlement type. Here in this tax means how the business will do the tax settlement part, because I need to proper concentration there. Otherwise I will do. See, I'm just explaining the tax settlement slide. Means how the business will do this tax settlement on monthly basis. You have to go to sale tax settlement periods. You have to click the tax module, indirect taxes, sale tax, and then sale tax settlement periods, and then post sale tax button. This is the area where if you want to do this, tax settlement, you have to go to the taxation module and then click the declarations. Here it is, settle and post sale tax. We need to click this button. Means every difference amount, if suppose if the business is having some transaction for purchases and the sales, those all difference of the profit, they will do the taxation, they will pay to the taxation to the government. Means for this thing, we need to configure the ERP, settle and post sale tax will be there. We need to configure the proper settlement periods, and from date is there. Means on which date we are going to perform this settlement period. Means for each and every month we need to settle the tax part. Sale tax settlement we should configure. Tax settlement, go to the declaration, sale tax, and then settle and post sale tax. Means these are all the transactions. We have to go to the indirect taxes, sale tax, and then sale tax settlement periods. And we have to go here and we have to select this settle and post sale tax button, and we need to generate the sale tax settlement. That's what For each and every transaction for purchasing and the sales, the difference amount we need to given the tax to the government. That is about the area.
For every payment, we have to set up the tax part, right?
No, Ambalika. See how in the business, suppose you purchase any bicycle or you purchase any laptop. Okay, as a company point of view, they will purchase the raw materials from the vendors and they will do the sales to the customers. Suppose they will purchase the raw material of laptop of 40,000. Okay, you just assume in this way scenario, and they sell the laptop for 60,000. 20,000 is profit. Whereas in India, if you have any difference of your profit, those profit will be given the difference of the means the percentage of that profit, because each and every item in the India they are having different HSN codes and all. The difference amount, how much you get the profit for 20,000. For the 20,000, we need to settle the tax to the government. Means government authorities are there. Settlement periods means nothing but government authority. We need to pay to the government CTO, or this commercial tax officer is there. No? We need to pay the tax to the government. So for the 20,000, based upon the item classification, whether it's a 10%, whether it's a 12%, whether it's a 18%, whether it's a 24%, based upon the percentage wise, we need to pay to the government. Here I am just explaining you the company, very big companies like Reliance or any, if you take the examples, any companies, they are having their lot of purchases and lot of sales. If you observe very clearly, these are the purchases of all the invoices, vouchers, date wise, sales order, everything. For everything, for the difference of the purchases as well as the sales, they need to pay to the difference amount to the government. That's what I mean to say. What all the profit they are having in the company, they need to pay the government. Whereas in abroad USA, they are having the different taxation option, because there the purchases are different and the sales are different. Collection tax and paying paid tax is different, so they need to do the all the payment part. So our understanding is tax settlement is nothing but on monthly basis we'll do the payment. Means we will settle the payment. Suppose for the month of September, the company is having some $100 billion or any 1 lakh billion dollars. They those profit should be based upon the percentage wise, based upon the different categories wise. They need to pay to the government. That is only the settlement, because without settlement we cannot able to perform the taxation part. So we need to pay to the tax settlement for each and every month on periodic basis.
Okay, sir.
You understand my point, right? What
Yes,
I'm
sir.
trying to say? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now the tax module is done and the explanation for the cash and bank area is also done. Now I'm just going to another area where you are asking me the travel and the expense management. That is for you only. If you want, you can listen.
Sir, can we do the practical part of cash and bank management first and then move to the another module?
Practical, see how the cash and bank area practical means. These are the very simple setups, not a practical part. Just to understand the things, how it will be doing the practical. Because I already given the explanation for the cash and bank.
Uh,
Okay, fine. Just I will come to your area. See, we have to enable this bank accounts. Practicals are nothing but we have to enable this. Concept should be clear. First of all, we need to configure this bank account. For each and every bank account, we need to give all the information. See, these are the different series of steps: general, additional identification, payment management, reconciliation. These all things. Once we will have the proper documents, we need to configure, right? Suppose if the business is asking me, kindly set up my bank accounts. Suppose this scenario, in this there is only three bank accounts. If the business is asking me to set up another bank account, then you have to go here, new, and you can select the new bank account, and you can select my bank account is so and so, and routing number is so and so, okay, and bank account number is so and so, and we need to save the form. This is only the practical area. You're understanding, right? What I'm saying? Nothing,
yes, sir.
yeah. Practicals are nothing but whatever I'll say that is only the practicals. Just understand the concepts. I'm just explaining you this bank reconciliation, how they will do. See, go to the bank reconciliation where it is there, bank statements, bank accounts. Select one bank account and click this, transactions. These are the different transactions. Go to the reconcile tab. Go to the account reconciliation. Select the bank. I'm just doing the bank reconciliation. Okay. Now, manual bank reconciliation. I'm just performing. Just go over here and select this. Bank statement date. Means I received the bank statement on today. I just put it as my bank statement. And by bank statement number is HSBC bank number. Okay. And my ending balance of my company balance is somewhere around 7 lakhs. This thing I need to put it as save. Okay. After saving this button, I have to click this button transactions. See, observe carefully. Now I am doing the manual bank reconciliation process. I just open my bank statement in front of my hand. I'm just saying, okay, what is my check number 390? Okay. In statement it is clear. Yeah, done. Okay. Next one, my check is 391. My statement is okay. It is clear. And next one is 392. Means manually I'm just doing the reconciliation. Each and everything. Okay. I'm just selecting each and everything. And then I will select all the transactions as yes, 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 yes. Means I'm just selecting. If all the transactions are cleared on my bank statement and my ERP balance, then it will be clear. Each and every transaction we need to select. Once we do all the transactions, then we have to go here and then we have to select this button, reconcile account. See, here it is there, right? Reconcile button. Here it is not properly there, so I'm not able to do. Once we save the form, and then we have to enable this button, reconcile account. Then we'll do this reconciliation. You understanding, right? What I'm trying to say?
Yes,
This is the practical
yes,
part only.
yes.
Yeah, I'm just doing the reconciliation right now. Each and everything I need to check with the bank statement, and then we have to do the reconciliation. Here, our objective or our motto means our target is we need to match our opening balances with the ending balances. My opening balance is 51 crores like that, 51 5 crores something like that. Means these balances should be equal to ending balances. Then only the reconciliation will be happen. The opening balances will not equal to ending balances, then reconciliation is not happening. Again, we need to run the reconciliation. Usually, the company will perform on monthly basis. Daily, they will not do on monthly basis or periodic basis, but quarterly they will do this all the reconciliation. Once they will do all the reconciliation, they will do the reconcile button as account, and they will do the. If you want, they can able to have the show the clear transaction summary because this is not properly configured. That's why I'm facing the trouble. In real time, once you have the proper configuration, then you can able do. But according to just you understand the concepts. My sincere request to both of you is just understand what I'm trying to say. That is one. Okay. That is the manual one. If you want to have the advanced one, then this option should be enabled. Go to this USMF. It's a very difficult here. It's not simple one. Okay, it looks like simple, but it is not simple. Advanced language translation. Yes, I'm just activating this button. Allows you import and make a log. Okay, so unreconciled statement is exists are there. See what I have given in the presentations. We need to go as per the presentations or as per the document. Just that's why just read the Microsoft documents. Then you came to know how you can do the implementation. Okay, that is about the cash and bank area. Now I'm just quickly jumping to another module, travel and expense management. Okay, is it clear, Ambalika, what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir. I will
Yeah.
go through it once by myself, and if I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
any
that's what without a document, without any proper just configuration, we cannot do the implementation. You can have the knowledge, you can have the concepts. If the interview will ask you, if your initial motto is we need to get it in an MNC company. You need to work in the Dynamics 365. That is your initial target. But you know how to do the transactions, how to you know how to perform, how the users will do the transactions, everything. Our job is to advise them. You should show the way how they are doing it. Means we have to give the proper product knowledge. That is the thing.
so these
Now I'm
fields we
just
can't
going to another
configure
module.
without proper data. We can't configure these things without any
Yeah, yeah,
data.
yeah. That's what. Yeah, yeah. That's what. The data is from business side only. They will give the data, then
Yes.
only you should give the configuration part. That's
We
what I
just
meant
have
to
to
say.
learn that how we have to
Yeah,
configure
you
things
have
so
to
that
advise the business. You have to advise the business. You just follow these steps. We can have the proper implementation. That is what I'm trying to explain you. Fine. We have done with accounts payable, account receivable, cash and bank area, and general ledger module, and organization administration module. We done means all the important topics I explained. Now we are quickly jumping to this expense management. Okay. Expense management module is nothing but travel and expense management. Introduction part I'm just explaining. Employees will do some expenses. They need to give the proper accounting to the organization. These are the few series of steps for the cash and bank module. Sorry, for the travel and expense management module. We need to
in
achieve
this
these scenarios.
they have to claim their expenses, reimbursement type of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Suppose if I have given some training, Ambalika has given or Ravi has given some training to their colleagues. Their training cost is somewhere around 1 lakh. Then you should what you will do? You will ask your concerned manager, sir, so and so expenses have happened, and I need to give the claim. I need to give the invoice copy to my company. Then the company they will do. They will give the series of steps. They will do the cash advance request, approvals, payment of the cash advances, and then payment journal, booking of the expenses, and against the cash advances, and then return of the remaining cash advance. These are the few series of steps. Just to observe, again the practical will be not there because there is a configuration issue. I'm not able to give the practical mode, but you just go means understand the concepts, how the things are going in the real-time basis. We need to go to the expense management. We need to go to the cash advance. We need to click this, cash advance module. Click new, and you have to request cash advance form. Suppose if I will go to this ERP, I need to go to this my expenses and then click the cash advances. Means you are requesting to your manager, sir, I need some cash advance. Then only I will give some training or conferences. Suppose the business is asking me, my users are, they need some training. Amalka, you should come to my office and you should give the training. Then what you will do? Sir, give me some advance, cash advance. Then only I will go to client visit. Then you will request to the your manager. Your manager, then they will issue the cash advance. Okay, for each and every step, we need to configure in a ERP. Go and click the new and cash advance number, how much you requested, what is the purpose. See, this cash advance number is so and so requested it. What is the purpose of that cash advance? Conference or customer visit or team offsite or training. Now I'm just giving the purpose as training, location, any location, main office or sub office, anything. Okay, what is the request amount? I need some 1 lakh. Okay, I'm requested in USD. What is the financial dimensions? It's for which dimensions, everything. These are the business will ask, they will do all the things, and then just save the form. My cash advance number is so and so. Who is requesting is Julia Thunderbolt. This is coming from again from the users concept. I explained you at the time of beginning of the classes 1 month before. What are the users? If you go to these users, you recollect this quickly. System admin module. See, these are the users. Have you remembered? Firstly, initial of the my classes, I'm just informing. Means I'm just told you these are the users. Admin, Alicia. These all are the users. For each and every user, I need to assign to the roles. Have you remembered? Anyone? Or you forgot?
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Again, I need to assign this users roles.
Assign roles.
Yeah. You just understand the things going on. Then again, practical part is very, you have to see the documents and we need to configure. That's it. Assign the users to roles, accounting manager and everything. For each and every user, we need to assign. See, admin is my user. I need to assign the roles. For this user, he is having the accountant role, auditor role, budget clerk role, system administration role. For each and every user, we need to assign the roles. That's what I'm just coming back to area. There was a presentation. Just understand the concept, how it will be work. Then you will have the practical mode.